Today I'm going to convince you that my craziness knows no bounds. Hello people of the internet. I'm going to review Rainbow Rowell's newest book, Landline, today. So my quest for Landline has been a long and hard one. I've been wanting to read this book since the very first day. It was announced a couple weeks after Fangirl. It was like, Rainbow Rowell is publishing a new book. I was like, yeah, want to read. Landline is an adult contemporary book with a couple of small fantastical elements in it, and it follows the main character, Georgie McCool, who sounds like she's straight out of a 70s sitcom, and she and her family live in LA, and she is a comedy show writer. And then people started getting arcs because they were in English-speaking countries and I wasn't. This book is set during Christmas, and during that Christmas she has a chance to produce her own show and she has to pitch it. So her writing partner is basically asking her to stay in LA over Christmas, even though she was planning on going to her in-laws over in Nebraska. If you haven't noticed yet, most of Rainbow Rowell's books are set in Nebraska one way or another because she is from Nebraska, so yeah, I guess hometown represent. Then people went to BA and got more arcs, and it was just a mess in my brain, and I was just like, I need this book, I want to read it. She basically, ditches her children and husband to stay in LA and work, and while the rest of our family go spend Christmas somewhere else. Now, I pre-ordered the UK hardcover edition. Even though it said it was published yesterday, it's not shipping until the 9th. So during the days leading up to Christmas, Georgie is realizing that her marriage is in shambles, and she stays over at her mom's the whole entire time. She digs out this old landline dial phone and she manages to contact her husband, but it is 15 years before. She manages to contact her husband 15 years in the past. Let's say I was very displeased, so I had the smart idea to ring up one of my local bookstores, and I went there and I saw that they only had the paperback version and it was more expensive. So guess what Jenny did? It's not my favorite Rainbow Rowell book, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed this book, but I think that I enjoyed her other books more. It's more of a quick and fast, easy read, and because it's set during Christmas, I'm happy it was published now, but I think if it would have been published during Christmas time or right before Christmas time, it would have had this extra special mood. And it's one of those books where I can easily see it becoming, a really nice, funny movie. It's kind of Freaky Friday-ish, even though it's not targeted towards teenagers. She sat in the bookstore for 3 hours and read through the whole entire book. And then she bought some other books, but I didn't buy a Landline, I just sat there and read it in one sitting. So there's this slight lack of tension and uncertainty because you already know that they're married, they're not even gonna end up together, they already are together. Oh look, it's a house. You don't really get caught up that much, but it's still a great story. I really enjoyed it. There you have it, the super normal daily behavior of Jellafy. And I hope you go read it and enjoy it as well. One book down, one more book to go, Air Fire, and then we got me covered. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye. And I hope you go read it and enjoy it as well. Keep on swimming, swimming, swimming.